deal, y'all. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you haven't already, go like, subscribe, and share this video. This is my review for Pose Season 2, Episode 1. They back. They back. They back. They back. They back. They back. Anybody that like Pose? Well, if you don't know about Pose, I'm gonna just give you a little, a little rundown. It's about the ballroom scene. It's about the struggles that the people that was in the gay world in the 1990s, I believe it take place, kind of had to go about. Now let's get it. First we start Pray Tell going down to see his ex Kenny that died from pneumonia. He died from pneumonia, but he died alone because he was embarrassed about the fact that he had HIV. He didn't really reach out to anybody. He actually died alone in his apartment. They found him 3 weeks later. Okay, the bitch that was working in the ward to tell people where to go find the body was, she was a bitch. She didn't she really wasn't that good. She was just an asshole for me. I really wasn't feeling her, and I know if I was in that situation where the person that was taking care of the dead body that I had there, and they was kind of an asshole, oh, they would hear my mouth. They would definitely hear my mouth. Okay, so that was so the island, they went on the island after they walked around. They had heart-shaped rocks that I guess signified the people that basically were left behind on this island, because this island used to be a tuberculosis ward, and now it was a burial ground for people of unclaimed bodies and people that couldn't afford funerals. Right after that, we go down to my girl Blanca at the fucking clinic. What was the girl name? Dr. Judy. I didn't like Judy ass. Judy was a fucking asshole. Because I feel like when people is knowing their situation, they kind of try to be positive just to make sure they don't kind of get into a depressed stage, just to, because it's a fucked up pill to swallow when you got the certain thing that everybody in the 90s was dying from, the 80s was dying from. So Judy was an asshole to Blanca. Blanca was trying her hardest to keep everything just positive. Like, I've been taking my vitamins, I stopped drinking. Come on, I know I should have some good T cells. Her T cells was below 200. So since her T cells are below 200, they have to monitor her, I guess, monitor her more frequently than they have been. And they have to change the diagnosis from HIV to AIDS, which I know probably kicked Blanca's ass. Because it's just like, shit, y'all giving me AIDS after I just came back from visiting a friend that basically lost his life because he had AIDS. It's just a whole bunch of shit that you kind of just got to be like, fuck, this is not a place that this is not. And then the lady wasn't like welcoming, homing. Like, she wasn't like, too caring about how she was feeling. Although she did at the end, I guess, once she realized that they were going to have to change it to AIDS, she offered her some pills. Now, the pills that she offered her was basically, in a sense, kind of similar to chemo, but at the same time, I guess it's the version of HIV, basically to keep you alive, keep you survive till they find a better vaccination. And Blanca was wondering, isn't this for like the rich people? And Judy was explaining to her that when the rich die, basically their last dying wish is for the low income people get their meds that they were basically taking, which I thought was cool at the same time. But at the same time, nigga, y'all should offer that same situation to the poor, because not everybody is afforded that luxury to be able to just pay for the shits. So now we get back to the house, back to the house, back to the house, back to the house, back to the house. Get back to the house, you guys, and Blanca has new house members, new kids that I've never seen before, but I guess they gotta make the... Let me take this jacket off so y'all can know I'm getting serious about this review. I told y'all it's my first time, so bear with me. I'm gonna get better with time, but back to the house we go. We see all these new faces, and I guess it's Friday dinner or dinner at Blanca's, which is mandatory for her house, her house kids. Lil Pop, we see Lil Poppy and Angel taking pictures on an instant camera, and we see them head over after they show a little scene. They get back into the balls, y'all. I don't know if y'all know about the balls, but for me, I love the balls. I've actually been to the balls. I've actually witnessed them. I've actually seen them. Like, they're pretty fucking cool when it ain't the bullshit. Because sometimes following a ball comes bullshit because of however the situation was. But in general, the balls are great experiences, you guys. Like, for real, for real. If you just like for me, the relatability for me was, I wasn't a part of it, but at the same time I was enjoying the competition, because it's like a competition if you ask me. So personally, I can relate to the ball scene because I've been there just to witness the environment. The environment is very intense. Very fucking cool. Fucking cool experience. So the category was runway, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was something of that sort, but all I know is my girl Angel came and fucked it up. Fucked it up. Fucked it up. Grand prize, Angel Evangelist. Yeah. You already know. Angel serves it. Angel was serving it with that face. After the ball, though, Angel back down at the piers. Angel ass is back down at the piers. But Blanca, being the mother that she is, expresses to her, I got an idea. I got a plan. I got it. Like, she gave her a modeling ad. Rewind. Somewhere between them going back home, Blanca got a job, y'all. Blanca's working at the nail salon, doing nails and all that type of situations. So, you know, Blanca figured it wasn't, you know, and you know, hey, teach his own. So they're in the car on the way back to the house. The house, I believe. So Blanca explains to Angel that she had seen an ad where they're calling for fresh faces. Blanca believes that Angel, regardless of what she is, has the face to become the new face of any magazine. But Blanca feels as if, look at these girls. These girls are real girls. Like, I can't compete with that. But Blanca reassures her that, you know, you can compete with the best of them, baby. I'm sorry you don't know that, but you really compete with the best of them. So she reassured her confidence, made her feel as like the motherly situation that Blanca's supposed to do. Blanca did what she did, and yeah, she restored her confidence. So then after that scene, they went down to the church where another funeral, basically. Another funeral for, I guess, someone dying of HIV or AIDS. I'm not sure, but, you know. It was another funeral, and Candy and Lulu is king. Like, jokes. You know, those, I don't know if y'all, there's always those people that got the jokes. Like, shut up. Shut up. And, of course, my boy Pray Tell has to pull them together and get them together, as he always gets all the kids together. Gets them together, and Pray Tell is joined by a friend that attempts to make him feel better. Like, and I guess the friend is an old time friend. I couldn't really remember her name. It was Sandra Bernard. So Sandra joins Pray Tell as they are at the funeral to basically help him, you know, like, as a friend. But at the same time, I think Sandra collects the bodies, from what I was told. Sandra's somebody, or from what I paid attention to, Sandra's someone that collects the bodies. So after they went to the funeral, Sandra had told Pray Tell, I need you to come see something with me. Pray Tell kind of wasn't in the mood because, you know, he was down. You know, he tired of these funerals. He tired of losing his friends. So Pray Tell was kind of just like over the whole situation, to where it was like, yeah, I understand you want me to go, but where you taking me? That's me. Where are you taking my ass? Shit, because my motherfucking ass. Where you taking me? Because my motherfucking ass needs to know where I'm going, or where I need to be prepared for. So, I guess they get to a protest that Sandra actually is a part of, where they are protesting the Catholic Church, basically because they are spreading lies about HIV. Making people in the church feel as if the way to not have HIV is basically just through abstinence and not having sex at all. So when I seen all this going on, all I could think of, oh, they're focusing heavy on the HIV thing. Like, I feel like last season they kind of just sprinkled it in for us. But this season is kind of like heavy. Y'all need to pay attention. They giving y'all lessons, gems within the story that they telling. So at first Pray Tell was not really here for it, but after hearing what the hell was going on and what they were talking about, Pray Tell was actually for it. It actually made Pray Tell feel moved and motivated to go back to the house of Evangelista, because, you know, him and Blanca's like, they good friends. And now I think it's Friday dinner. Now I believe it's a Friday dinner. And at this Friday dinner, we have Pray Tell explaining to everybody. Oh, and we see our boy, I can't even think of his name, but Pray Tell explaining to everybody, y'all need to come down to the church so we can do this protest, so we can stand for something that actually means something. Everybody kind of really wasn't for it. Angel kind of was like, I gotta meet with the photographer, or I missed something, y'all, probably. Oh, hold on. Right after the Sandra protest, Blanca, Lil Poppy take Angel down to the modeling thing, baby, the fresh faces thing, baby, where she was nervous as a bitch. And she should have been, because she was surrounded by beautiful ass motherfucking women. Like, and she kind of was just feeling like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna get through. Angel, you got it, baby. So they signed my girl up, Angel goes down by herself because Blanca didn't want the people to be clocking Blanca and be saying like, what the fuck is she doing? Who is that? Why is she with you? So it was one of those situations to where it was like, you gotta do this on your own, baby. You can get through, but I don't think I can. So Angel just, you know, she went down, talked to the lady, the editor, the scout, and instantly she showed her the instant pictures that she took with Lil Poppy on the camera. And when they showed that, the lady, the talent lady, kind of really wasn't for it. She kind of just was she didn't really shoot her down. She kind of just was like, you took it on the instant ready camera, huh? And she was just like, yeah, you know, it's all I could. She was like, well, this is for a professional shoot. You gotta, you know, have a professional, this is for a professional magazine. You gotta have a professional shoots. So baby, Miss Angel told her, I ain't got no money for that. Sorry, y'all. I ain't got no money for that. And the editor told her something probably real true about the world. Like, I know you probably don't have money for it, but it's called an investment in your future, an investment in yourself. You call yourself a model, you're gonna have to invest in yourself to go get these professional pictures, basically. And for a second, I thought she really wasn't gonna fuck with her, but then I guess she read her thing and said, "Oh, it sees you can Vogue," and she kind of was feeling an Angel bust out like, "Yeah, I know how to Vogue," like, and started to, you know, get it going with her Vogue, like, and it was cool because I guess that's what pushed her through. Actually, she actually, just because her being, I guess, aggressive enough to just push through even after the lady telling her, you need professional pictures basically to get through here. She still did her little Vogue, and actually looked out for her and told her a photographer she could talk to a photographer that could take her pictures and tell her that she sent them and she would give him her discount. And I was like, oh, come through, editor. Come through, the scout, nigga. What is you talking about? So then Angel pushed through to the next round, but only way she'll get through is this time is if she takes the pictures, basically. So now they get to the Friday dinner. And they're all at the table. And guess who comes in pushing through? You already know. Elektra. Now, I don't know if y'all feel Elektra, but I feel Elektra. That's my Elektra ass is a fucking key. Like, Elektra, abundance. I don't even know if her shit is abundance no more, because that was when she was running the house. But now Elektra's a part of the house of Evangelista, because remember last season at the end of the episode, Elektra joined Blanca's house. So Elektra comes storming in. But this is after Pray Tell has already given the whole discography that we all need to go down as a house and represent for our community, because if we don't do it, nobody's going to represent for us, basically. So now Blanca has motivated her whole house that we all need to go down to the church and let them know that we are here and we standing together, basically. Everybody came with their excuses. Angel saying she gotta meet the photographer, reschedule. This is important. Pray Tell was very serious about how important this was for the community. So we got Pray Tell. After that, I guess that was when Elektra comes through pushing through. Comes in pushing through. So Elektra sits down, and you already know Elektra gets going. She gets going and she gets to talking that shit better than anybody I know. She don't play no games. She don't hold back. She feels how she feels. She don't. Blanca, the accommodations for my room, my closet is not big enough for my clothing. Mind you, Electra's still living the lavish life. We don't know how, but she's still doing it. But everybody's wondering, you don't cook, you don't clean. She's like, yeah, I don't do none of that. But then Blanca comes and reassures, but she does pay half of the rent. So more than what you guys do. So you guys can't say shit. So then Blanca tells Electra that we have to go down to the protest. We got to go down to the church basically to get it going. And Electra really wasn't for it. Electra was kind of already like, nah, you're not finna have my mugshot. I'm cool. Nope, not going. So Blanca still tells her that we all need everybody to go, basically. Electra says, okay. Moves on. Down to the church. These motherfuckers go into the middle of the service. Get into the fucking pews. Chill. And then right after, they in the middle of his sermon, they stand up and go lay on the floor in the middle of the aisles and just start that. And the preacher saying, let us all pray. Prayer is not going to stop HIV. You cannot. It was just, it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope. So then they all rallying. It was like a whole, their community, like the people that was rallying, that protest and all that was just in the church, just laying on the floors. I guess they were trying to do a sit-in to where it's like, y'all can't just leave now. Y'all basically have to hear this. Police came, removed them, and everybody went to jail. After everybody went to jail, guess where we back at? The ball, baby! The category is runway, runway, runway. Bring it to the runway, runway. Bring it to the runway, runway. Bring it to the runway. All right, so the category was runway, and you already know my boy Pray Tell is moved. He's feeling moved after all this. So he's on that commentating thing, commentating his motherfucking ass off. Fuck is you talking about? So guess who comes down to the runway scene with effects and a story to tell, basically. In the middle, it's Miss Electra Evangelista. Comes through. Pray Tell ate her motherfucking ass up, read her down. And cause let me tell you, everybody was going to that to the church. Electra missed it. Of course you missed it. Got time for this shit. I'm not doing this shit. Electra missed it, but she didn't miss that ball. She didn't miss that ball. She didn't miss missing that trophy. And when I tell you that Pray Tell read her down and told her everything that she needed to believe to gather her and make her feel embarrassed. Then after Electra says, Pray Tell, shut up, I don't want to hear all that. Ask the judges their scores. Pray Tell said, I don't even need to ask the judges. We already know, grand prize. Electra. Grand fucking prize. Grabs the trophy and throws the trophy at her, breaking the trophy. And Pray Tell just was hot because she just feels as if, as Electra, you being an OG, you should definitely be at the situation representing for your community, but you wasn't. You didn't care about that, but you do care about these balls. So Pray Tell was over it, and he then called, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but y'all, I know who that is. That's Jack. And I think Jack is a Mizrahi. Jack Mizrahi. See, I told y'all I'd be kind of frequenting in the ballroom scene just because I like the competition sense. So I know who Jack is. So after Pray Tell storms off and kind of reads Miss Electra, he calls Jack to come and commentate. If y'all don't know who Jack is, Jack actually really commentates. Like, I don't know where Jack stays, but I think Jack is like from the East Coast. But Jack travels, and Jack is legendary, y'all. Like, he's really like a legendary commentator. Like, he really does do it. Like for the big balls, like Jack. So that guy that they called is somebody that's really in the ballroom scene and actually commentates in real life. He's actually pretty dope. Fucking Jack. Jack Mizrahi. So right after Jack comes, the scene ends. Then we got Miss Angel down to her photo shoot. Down to the photo shoot, Miss Angel. So Miss Angel goes to the photo shoot, and the photographer kind of knows who she is. Basically based off of the piers, meaning I seen you down at the piers, so I know what you is and I know what you do. But I'ma shoot you, but just know. And Angel really wasn't feeling that, because she thought like, well, you're not gonna give me nothing free. What I gotta do? And what he said was, I just need some pictures for my own personal collection. Basically saying I might need at the end some nudes, showing your dick, showing your titties. But if you want these photos, you're gonna do it. So of course she did it. And when I say that the photos was looking bomb, Angel was out there serving it. Was fucking serving it. What is you talking about, my nigga? All right, Angel was out there looking like, you know, America's Next Top Model. I don't even remember. Y'all remember Mercedes? That's what Angel was getting me. Mercedes from America's Next Top Model. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking, but that's what she was giving me. She was out there doing it. So at the end of the photo shoot, he asked her to take it off. And you could tell Angel really wasn't comfortable taking it off. She did, after taking off, dropping her dress, she took off her panties, basically. And he took a picture of that. She was just kind of, you know, it's kind of like that thing of being kind of emasculated, but it's like she just kind of felt just, like you kind of just violated me. I really wasn't feeling that. And that was the end of the fucking, that was the end of the photo shoot. So after Angel had, I guess, I don't want to say emasculated, because emasculated is the male term for it. When Angel had, I guess, gotten basically embarrassed and violated, they took it back to the ball. Now, when they went back to the ball, my boy Jack still on the mic. Shout out to Jack Mizrahi. Jack still on the mic, and I guess the category was face again. Angel comes through, slays the competition. But when she's slaying it, Jack is naming all the things that's like triggering her to remember all the fucked up situation that she had to go through, just for her to feel like this type of, you know, what she was striving to be. So after she won the category, she just felt defeated. She didn't really feel like she won, because she was thinking back to the photographer taking them pictures of her. So she runs out of the area and runs to the side, and Lil Poppy and Blanca follow her out to see what's wrong. Like, you should be on the top of the world. You should feel great right now. And she just said, like, the photographer took dirty pictures of me. What if he sends them out and exploits me for a nasty freak or something like that? could tell that Blanca and Lil Poppy was fucking furious from what they had just heard. So they had went down to the photographer's studio because Angel still had the address. So when they went down, they whooped his ass. Good old fashioned gay boy ass whooping, that is what he got. Got his ass beat. They got the photos. They got the inappropriate photos and whooped his ass and sent him and left up out of there. So right after that scene, they she goes back down to the, you know, the magazine editor. And surprisingly, the magazine editor enjoyed the pictures, and Angel had expressed to her, it took me a lot to get them photos. Basically, because Angel did just go through a lot. Fucking had to take some inappropriate pictures just to let the photographer take the pictures. Then had to have my family come whoop your ass just to get the pictures back. Just a whole bunch of shit that happens in the gay world. Surprisingly, like it don't probably happen in that way, but it happens in some type of form. So then I guess the magazine editor pushes Angel through to the next round. And the final scene is, well, not the final scene, because they get back to dinner. And they get to dinner and, you know, everybody's just feeling, not down, but guess who walks in? My girl, Electra. After all that bullshit, Electra walks her ass in. But I guess Electra walked in to fucking tell everybody to fuck off. She didn't walk in on no peaceful shit. She walked in hot. Walked in the fucking dinner room. Didn't give a fuck that she been missing Friday dinners. She just feels like, you know, you guys should kiss the ground that I walk on. You should be lucky that I'm even here. And that's when Blanca basically tells her off. And this motherfucker, Electra, flips the table on, like the whole table. Like everything's set. Just flips the whole fucking table. Now, from my experience, she would have got her ass whooped. Because Blanca is the house mother and everybody surrounding her is her kids. You disrespect the mother, you get your ass whooped by the kids. Regardless of your age, regardless of who you are, that's just how that's how I know. So, knocks the table up, storms out and tells her, I'm gonna slay you every time your ass comes to the ball, so don't even expect it. Period. And the final scene is you see Electra walking through the apartments of none other than Lulu and my girl Candy. So that's where it wrapped up. Y'all let me know how I did. Shit, this is my first time doing this. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to stay consistent with it, but it was hard. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. This is my first time doing this, and yeah, it's cool. Anyways, that's my review for Pose Season 2, Episode 1. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel so you can get all the updates and what's going on the channel. Yeah. And we gonna be here. We gonna grow this shit together.